Good evening, everyone. Tonight I'd like to give you a couple of ideas on Elise. I'm not showing my face because I took a fall and I don't want to show it. Anyway, but I did want to get these ideas out to you. There's two main ideas. One is the kind of tone you produce and how to produce it, and the other is the timing. The timing is so crucial in this piece because it's in 3/8 time, and it starts with 16ths. That's fine, just 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, and keep it steady that way. But then it changes to 30 seconds, and it has to be exactly double the speed. So where it's going 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, then it's 1 and 2 and 3, and he even puts accents on the tenuto signs, 1 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. So that gets you the 30 seconds in proportion. Then there's the arpeggio where it goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So if you've established 3, 1, 2, then you're going to hear 1, 2, 3. It's going to be steady and proportioned correctly. So that, and then the writs and so on to shape the phrases. But the other thing is the tone. Now, if you can imagine, because you don't want to be just playing notes or it's going to sound, but if you can produce a beautiful tone, if you imagine the music is on a shelf at the back of the 9-foot concert grand, and each note is on that shelf, and your finger has to reach out, and each note is attached to a piece of toffee, and you have to pull on that toffee through the piano, through your heart and your soul and your feelings and your emotions, and send it the way you would sing it out to the listener. That's the cycle that is going to make it sound emotional and sound musical and not like just notes, like you're just playing notes. So the whole idea is if you can start relaxed with the arms completely relaxed, and then just lift the weight up over the keys and dive all the way, let gravity bring it back, settle it over the top and draw you all the way through to the floor. Dive right through to the floor slowly. Then the finger can get a chance to pull on that toffee and take the note. Because you have no tension in your hand, nothing, no tightness at all. You see how I made every note different? I didn't go. I went Beethoven starts at pianissimo on that upbeat, and then a crescendo, and then the third note, which is the first note of the next bar, is the biggest point of the crescendo, and then it has to diminuendo from there. So that shapes that phrase. See, it's a much longer phrase there. It's a whole 2 bars, where the other was just done in about 1 bar. A little wee bit more than 1 bar. But when you come from there to hear 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now Beethoven puts an accent on each of these. So that you can go somewhere where they're not just plug, make them all equal, and take the listener. But you see how I've kept the same time as 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. And to get that G sounding, you've got to get up over top of it and drop. And have that little snap toward you, but no tension in the hand. Just a little higher wrist. And the fingers can just transport you, propel you over to the next spot that you need to drop. It's just so relaxed, so easy. And then when you come through a retardando, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. You have to play around with the time. It can't be strictly metronomic, but it has to be to a steady count that you can hear, then know if you're changing the length of any note from the tempo you've set. So I hope that gives you some ideas. It's a beautiful piece to learn, And kids just pound it out and make it sound like they're thrashing through it, and it's just terrible. But it can be made to be a beautiful piece if you listen to every note you're playing. So I hope that, and you know how to produce a good sound. It starts with relaxation, drop and draw. But when you can think of drawing like the way you would draw the air through your lungs when you're singing something, you don't just say the notes out at someone. You have something to say. You think through your mind first, and then you have to have the physics of how to do it, and then it comes projected beautifully to the listener, hopefully. So I hope that gives you a few ideas on practicing it, and have a good night. Bye-bye.